In the year 1297, deep within the heart of medieval France, King Philip IV dispatched a group of Templars on a covert mission. Their task was to search for a missing war party that had mysteriously vanished for 33 days. This mission was shrouded in secrecy, known only to a select few within the high echelons of the Vatican and royal families. These were the Desertus, the Latin word for the Forsaken, a trio of knights whose existence had become a closely guarded secret. Legend had it that these three knights had been cast out from the rest of the order for dabbling in dark arts, employing black magic and necromancy when faced with insurmountable odds of 100 against 3. Their supposed deaths had been a foregone conclusion until a lone survivor bore witness to their uncanny sorcery. In return for their lives, they swore an oath of eternal service to the Vatican, undertaking the deadliest, darkest, and most mysterious missions they were never meant to return from, yet always emerged victorious. These Templars were revered not only for their valor in battle, but also for their clandestine quest to hunt down what we now refer to as cryptids, monstrous creatures plaguing the kingdom. Their journey led them to the town of Yvoire, the last known whereabouts of the missing soldiers. Reports spoke of their camp being savagely assaulted by an entity of incredible agility, so swift that it defied belief. Witnesses recounted how torch flames extinguished and the soldiers' screams abruptly ceased in eerie unison. As the three Forsaken knights drew nearer to the dark woods encircling the camp, they dismounted and tethered their horses to a gnarled tree, keen on maintaining the element of surprise. They proceeded through the forest, struck by an eerie silence. No crickets, no whisper of wind, only the cadence of their footsteps and an unsettling sensation of being scrutinized. Suddenly, the forest came alive with unnatural sounds, as if unseen entities moved amidst the trees with otherworldly speed, their heavy thuds on the forest floor signaling their descent. The knights remained concealed in the shadows, their hearts pounding in the inky darkness. Dismounted and ventured into the eerie forest, where an unsettling silence enveloped them. Suddenly, unnatural sounds and otherworldly entities filled the darkness. A rustling in the underbrush caught their attention. It was the sound of something swift and agile, matching the chilling descriptions they had heard about the entity that had attacked the missing soldiers' camp. The knights paused, their breaths shallow, and their eyes scanned the darkness for any sign of movement. The unnerving sensation of being watched intensified. It was then that three dark figures emerged from the darkness, their forms barely visible. The Forsaken knights gripped their weapons tightly, eyes gleaming with determination as they faced off against the vampires. The creatures of the night hissed, their eyes gleaming with malevolent intent, fangs glistening in the dim light. The battle erupted in a flurry of action. Swords clashed with fangs, and the forest became a chaotic battleground. The Forsaken knights, once banished for their dark arts, now harnessed their forbidden powers to combat the vampires. Swift movements, supernatural strength, and bursts of dark energy filled the air. One of the knights, with uncanny speed, evaded a vampire's lunge and struck a decisive blow, sending the creature into a vanishing mist. Another knight grappled with a vampire, their powers locked in a sinister struggle. With a surge of energy, the knight overpowered the creature, forcing it to the ground and delivering a fatal blow. The third vampire, the eldest and most formidable, leaped at the last Forsaken knight. It was a battle of wits and strength, with the elder vampire's ancient knowledge pitted against the knight's dark sorcery. In an epical clash, the knight channeled forbidden magic to weaken the vampire, leaving it vulnerable. With one final resounding blow, the last vampire was defeated, dissipating into ashes. The forest, once fraught with tension and the presence of malevolence, fell into an eerie silence once more. The Forsaken knights stood victorious, their breaths heavy, their armor marred with dark residue. They had faced and conquered the forces that had plagued the kingdom. However, their triumph was tinged with uncertainty. The presence of these vampires hinted at a larger, more ominous threat that loomed in the kingdom. As they stood among the remnants of their supernatural adversaries, the Forsaken knights realized that their quest had only just begun, and the darkest of secrets were yet to be unveiled in their perilous journey.